once you start to gaslight yourself and you start to create your own way of seeing what they would think of you for yourself, you start to work for them, you start to work against yourself for them without them having to do anything, is what I'm trying to emphasize. You know what I'm saying? I.e., you gaslight yourself, i.e., you put yourself through the fire rings. You know, that's why I always say in most of my videos, you know, a lot of it becomes self-inflicted. You feel me? You know, you can let go, you know, but I understand how hard it is to let go. I understand because you feel safe even in the chaos, you know, and it's rough because you've more than likely, if you feel safe in the chaos, more than likely you were, you know, groomed in that as a kid, you know, and you took that thought process on into relationships unconsciously, not really knowing. I'm not calling you out to be rude or nothing like that, because I suffer from the same concept. I'm just saying for the simple fact of just so you can understand, like we grew the unconscious habit of taking nonsense because it was already told to us that we should take nonsense just because. You feel what I'm saying? And narcissists tend to like to deal with these kind of people just because it's easier for the manipulation to happen. The not have to work so hard. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start to do it to yourself, especially when you start to really inflict the ideals, the ideology of what they do to you and how they, I guess I want to say like the trauma bond. If they can bond you traumatically to these negative situations, they got you hooked, line and sinker. Straight up. Like they got you hooked, line and sinker. Like if they can get you to always feel like I gotta walk on eggshells in order for this event not to happen the way that it did before, because they're gonna always up the ante. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna up the ante of the chaos. You know, if you're willing to deal with this level, now let's go to the next, and the next, and the next, and the next, and it starts to get into dangerous zones where, you know, you can get yourself into trouble that you don't need to be in, dealing with this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Involving yourself in situations that you do not need to be in. Trust.